On the 1st of September 2019, an adventure started. I took the train from Austria to Denmark and my European voluntary service finally began. The European Voluntary Service is an opportunity for young people between 18 and 30 years to go abroad and engage in all kinds of projects within Europe. It is funded by the European Union, and we volunteers in Denmark also received a lot of support from our local organization, ICYE Denmark. From then on, I would take the bike 5 days a week to get to a really cool place at the seaside, namely the Kattegatcentret. That is an exciting marine animal zoo with more than 250 different species. You can experience tropical sharks in the shark tunnel, watch a seal feeding, and simply get smitten by the sea. So, what does an unknowledgeable, unexperienced and completely clueless volunteer do at the Kattegatcentret? Maybe she teases her lovely co-worker? Or she eats a lot of cake and bread. Or makes new friends? Well, all jokes aside. I was helping in the animal department of the Kattegatcentret and assisted the zookeepers with their daily routine. I usually started the day with sorting out some herring. They serve primarily as food for the seals, but also other fish get them for their lunch. Then we continued with preparing the food for all our animals, and we did a lot of food every day. For the rather small species, we usually use squid, and this needs to be enriched with vitamins that are essential for the development of the animal. We also prepared some delicious lunch for our big tropical sharks. That consisted of big pieces of all kinds of fish. Now it's finally time to feed the animals. As a volunteer, I got some aquarium I was allowed to feed on my own. This is our tropical lagoon tank, and you can see our cow nose rays being fed as we just throw the food into the water. Afterwards, I continued with giving our little bamboo and coral reef sharks their food. In the afternoon, we have different public speaks where we tell our visitors interesting stories about the different species and show them how we feed them. Here you can see me whilst I was small shark feeding, where I was usually allowed to participate and inform especially the German-speaking visitors about the black-tipped reef sharks. Apart from fish and food, there was also one, maybe a little bit less pleasurable, but nonetheless equally important task, namely the cleaning. So we spent some time cleaning aquaria, outdoor facilities and the quarantine area where we prepared the food. Once a month, it was also time for a little excursion, because we needed seaweed for decoration purposes. So we took the car and drove to a favorable place at the sea, put on some really good looking waders, quickly took some selfies, and then grabbed about 4 big buckets full of seaweed for our aquaria. I hope I could give you a little insight in what life as a volunteer at the Kattegatcentret looks like. I'm grateful to have learned about a totally new world, namely the world under the surface, which is sometimes a little bit neglected, but still exciting. Or did you know that sharks lose their teeth every month or so, and that they're always having sharp ones, and that they usually sleep 16 hours a day? Or were you aware that clownfish can change their sex from female to male depending on the circumstances? Or did you know that 98% of the jellyfish is just water? The sea is truly a place full of fascinating animals, which also require our attention. Overfishing, plastic pollution, and coral bleaching are just some of the problems we're going to face in the near future. So let's not forget about the life under the surface when taking a bath in the river or the sea.
Tak for alt, og vi ses.